Another thing that I have come across a lot with different doctors, unfortunately, is things like making these suggestions, and they're not very professional suggestions, and things like, oh, go for a jog in the park every day. That'll get you better. I'm like, I can't walk. How am I supposed to do that? And things like that, which is just like, wow, that is so unprofessional, and just that thing of being treated like you don't know what you're doing, you don't know what you're saying, and that kind of thing is really hard. Um, I've also had, oh my goodness, I just remembered one. When I went to have a CCT scan, the one on the head with all the little probe things, I was sitting there and I was like, okay, I don't know what this is going to feel like, but I'll just get on with it because I had so many tests by then. So I was sitting there, and each time the person put in one of the things, it really stung. And I was like, I'm really sorry. I know that I'm sensitive to sort of sensations on the skin and stuff, but is that supposed to feel like you're actually scratching me? And she was just like, oh, well, I've just had my nails done, so I'm actually using the end of the wire to apply the, like, little gel glue stuff, because I don't want to get my nails dirty. Whoa, people, that is not good. And even when she like admitted it, and I'd kind of gone, okay, well, that's not very professional, she carried on. And the same woman, oh, bless her, the same woman, when I was having the CCT scan, so I was just lying there and she was like, recording all these things. All of a sudden, her mobile went off, and it wasn't like professional beeper medical thing. It was her boyfriend, because she told me, and it made me jump, and it actually showed on the thing. It went woo like that, and when the results were given, there was no sort of thing of, oh, by the way, that little jump there, which normally a doctor would look at that and go, oh, wowzers, what's going on there? It was like, that was because her phone went off in the middle of my test, which was not good. Um, I've also had a doctor claim that they could take blood and they were brilliant at it, and they turned out to be terrible. My blood was like, and my husband got a hanky really quickly to like stem the flow, basically, and his hanky just went red, and no apology. And he actually called my husband back a couple of weeks later and went, oh, your wife is doing this for attention. If you just don't give her any attention, then she'll get better. People, these are bad practices, and we need to squish them. And the thing is that because we're so ill, this is my theory, because we're so ill, the idea of, like, I don't know, suing or reporting is just too exhausting. And so unless you've got somebody who is willing to sort of do those bits for you, this is why I say, take somebody with you so they can see the malpractice that's going on, because it's really bad and it needs to be stopped. And you kind of think, but the thing I kind of think is, well, I'm a relatively strong character, and so, if I get stupid people telling me stupid things, I kind of ignore them or just sort of try not to get hurt about it. But, what if a dear little fragile old lady gets the same kind of treatment, and you just go, that's wrong, we need to do something about that. And so even though we feel quite useless in society sometimes, that's something that we can actually talk about, because it's wrong and it needs to be stopped. Right, let's go on to part 3. Woo!